Why, every time you step into a Chinese restaurant, does the rich smell of hot oil mixed with spices hit you right in the nose? Why do even simple dishes like stir-fried greens, tofu, or a plate of noodles always have that inviting, shiny layer of oil? Do Chinese people have a special love for oil? Behind it is a story of culture, history, and culinary art spanning thousands of years. It's not just a habit, it's a philosophy, a secret. We often think that oily food isn't good for us. But wait. Look at a plate of Peking duck, the spicy mapo tofu. A plate of fresh green stir-fried bok choy with garlic. All of them feature cooking oil. It's not just fat. In Chinese cooking, oil is the storyteller. It's the catalyst. It's the bridge that connects all the flavors. Many people would be shocked to learn that skillfully using oil is a measure of a chef's talent. It's not about just pouring a lot of oil to drown the dish. No, not at all. It's an art. Today's adventure is about finding the answer. When you think of Chinese food, what picture first pops into your head? Is it those hot steamed dumplings, or maybe the fancy hand-pulled noodles? But if you look a bit closer, you'll see that the most memorable dishes, the real stars of the dinner table, are often the ones where oil and fat proudly take the spotlight. Let's take the most classic example, Peking duck. That thin, crispy duck skin with its shiny amber brown color. The secret is the layer of fat under the skin. When roasted at high heat, it melts, making the skin crispy, and soaking back into the meat to make it tender and moist. Here, oil and fat are the quiet heroes. Next, let's travel to Sichuan, the kingdom of spicy foods. The iconic dish, mapo tofu. A hot, bright red bowl of tofu, covered with a shimmering layer of chili oil. Many people might be a bit scared at first, but be brave and try a bite. You'll find that the oil isn't heavy at all. Instead, it carries the heat of the chili and the tingly feeling of Sichuan pepper, coating each piece of tofu, creating an explosive experience. It's not just about deep frying or stir frying. Even in slow-cooked dishes, oil and fat play a key role. So, why did oil become so important in Chinese cooking? To answer that, we need to turn back the clock, going back thousands of years. In ancient times, most people in China were farmers, and life was incredibly hard and scarce. Protein from meat and fish was very rare and expensive. In that situation, oil, especially animal fat like lard, was seen as a valuable source of energy. It provided the necessary calories for people to have enough strength to work in the vast fields. A little fat, added to a meal, not only helped people feel full longer, but it also made simple vegetable dishes much tastier and more appealing. Gradually, with the development of agriculture, plant-based oils began to appear and become popular. Soybean oil, canola oil, peanut oil. This opened a new chapter for Chinese cuisine. However, an interesting fact that few people know is that the lack of cooking fuel was also a big factor. Wood and coal weren't always easy to find. People had to find the fastest way to cook to save fuel. And that's how the technique of quick stir-frying over high heat, or stir-frying, came about. This technique needed a really good and fast heat conductor, and nothing was more perfect than cooking oil. Cooking oil heats up very quickly in a wok, helping to spread heat evenly to all ingredients in just a few minutes. So, using a lot of oil in stir-frying isn't just a preference, it's a smart and effective solution. If you step into a professional Chinese kitchen, you'll immediately be amazed by three things: the fierce, roaring flames, the deep wok, and the ever-ready container of cooking oil. These three are the powerful team that creates the magic in thousands of dishes. Among them, cooking oil acts like a conductor, leading the entire orchestra. The most famous cooking technique, called wok hei or breath of the wok, completely depends on the masterful use of oil. Wok hei is that special smoky flavor, a unique aroma created when oil is heated to its smoke point in the wok and wraps around the food. To get wok hei, the chef has to heat the wok to a super high temperature, then add the oil. The oil immediately starts to smoke lightly. At this point, ingredients are added and quickly tossed. Each super hot drop of oil will touch the surface of the meat and the vegetables, creating a complex chemical reaction, caramelizing sugars and amino acids, and building a deep layer of flavor that no other technique can achieve. Here, the oil doesn't just cook the food, it's flavoring the dish with the very fire and wok. It's a dance of fire, oil, and speed. Another technique that also highlights the role of oil is velveting. Believe it or not, the climate and geography are also reasons why Chinese food in many areas tends to be oily. China is a huge country, with diverse natural conditions from north to south and from east to west. Each region has its own unique climate, and this directly affects the eating habits of the local people. Let's look at northern China, where winters are long and extremely cold. To brave the harsh cold, the body needs a lot of energy to stay warm, and nothing provides energy faster and more effectively than fat. In areas like the Northeast, people prefer rich, fatty dishes with lots of oil and meat. Stews, deep-fried, and pan-fried dishes become popular, not just because they taste good, but also for survival through winter. This area has a hot and humid climate all year round. According to traditional Chinese medicine, humid climates can easily cause dampness in the body. Oil is the perfect solvent to extract and spread spicy flavors, for sure. When we talk about oils and fats, we can't help but mention their benefits, and also their downsides. Everything has two sides, and using oil in cooking is no different. On the good side, it's clear that cooking oil is a source of important fatty acids, omega-3s, omega-6s. These fats are super important for brain growth, heart health, and how our cells work. They are fat-soluble vitamins. This means our bodies can only take them in when there's oil or fat present. But the bad side of oil is also very clear. Saturated fats, trans fats, are a big reason for many serious health problems: obesity, high blood fat, high blood pressure, and heart diseases. So, the main thing here is balance and not overdoing it. Behind every amazing Chinese dish are kitchen secrets, and many of them are about using cooking oil just right. One of the most interesting stories is about how to train a pan. A brand new wok is never used right away. It has to go through a seasoning process. The chef will heat up the wok. They'll rub the inside of the wok with a piece of pork fat, or they'll rub the inside of the wok with cooking oil. This process is repeated over and over. It creates a natural polymer layer. This layer becomes shiny and black, and the wok becomes non-stick. The thicker the layer, the better the stir-fry and the less oil you need. Another trick is about the oil's temperature. They don't use a thermometer, but their senses. They look at the ripples on the oil's surface. They listen to the sizzle when a piece of scallion is dropped in, or they smell the aroma rising up. They know the perfect temperature to fry fish until it's super crispy. As we moved into the 21st century, Chinese cuisine kept changing and growing to fit our modern lifestyles. People caring more about their health sparked a big change in Chinese kitchens all over the world. New chefs, while still respecting the old ways and traditional cooking skills, started to find ways to use less oil in their dishes. They didn't get rid of it completely, but instead they found smarter and healthier ways to use it. This is a tough balancing act, trying to keep the classic flavors while also meeting what modern diners want. One of the clearest trends is using more unsaturated vegetable oils, like olive oil, avocado oil, and grapeseed oil. From the lively Chinatowns in New York and London to the fancy restaurants in Paris and Dubai, Chinese food has gone beyond its home country to become a big part of the world's food scene. And on that journey, oil, with all its different roles and complexities, has been there every step of the way, helping it succeed. You could say that it's this rich, shiny, and sometimes even fatty taste that has won over millions of people across the globe, offering a unique and memorable food experience. It's not just food, it's a cultural experience. So next time you're enjoying a Chinese dish, go ahead and savor its richness and fattiness. Because you're not just eating, you're experiencing a valuable part of human heritage. And that, my friends, is truly amazing.